Okay, I have been feeling this message for a few days now, and I think, whatever, it's not going to be perfect. I feel like I've gotten some clarity, but I'm just going to get the message out and let it flow. But I have been reflecting back on my own journey of how I got here to where I am today. For those of you that don't know me, I quit my job January 16th. This year. And if you saw my video from February when I was literally crashing out a month after I had quit, I felt really lost. It was really scary, but I knew I just had to take the leap of faith and do it. Update a month later, I feel like I know that it has been and is the right decision for me that I quit my corporate job. Again, I'm not saying to quit your corporate job, but what I am saying is that there is so much more in this life, in this matrix, in this simulation. There's just so much more. There is so much more. And I know that you feel that deep within your soul, your being, whether you believe in a higher power or not. And one of the greatest lies is that I think the Matrix tries to sell us or program us to believe is that we can just, all these major horrible things are happening outside of our control. Let's focus on that and forget and make you forget that you have that power within yourself to control what you can control and make your inner self better. They want to take that power away from you. And for so long, I had given my power away to the wrong people, the wrong places, the wrong things, whatever that is. And honestly, when I was literally journaling about it this morning, and I remembered, honestly, it was over a decade ago. It was 2015 when I had just graduated high school, and I fell into one of the deepest depressions. And mind you, the same year and the year before, I was already going through a lot mentally. Went to inpatient or outpatient kind of mental health clinic. And then later that year, I went into in 2016, I went to an inpatient thing because of suicidal thoughts. And I remember being in my car, 2016, literally looking up at the sky. It was dark. It was late. I was I was parked at my dorm room's parking lot. It was a full moon, I think. And I was sitting in my car, gripping the steering wheel, yelling, screaming in my car, crying and saying, I don't understand why I'm here. What is the point of me being on this earth? I remember that so distinctly. And I felt so alone. I felt like no one understood me. I didn't really open up to people about how I was feeling. I just always threw on a facade. And I remember specifically, there's one professor, you know who you are, Miss Karen. I remember going into one of her classes, and she looked at me and she was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And she's like, it was just like this persistent game that I would play with her, essentially, and pretend that I was okay when I wasn't. But I look back at that time and I realize, wow. And then hindsight, here I am now. I do have a purpose on this earth. We all have a purpose on this earth. We all have something beautiful to bring. There is so much beauty in this world. Yes, there's so much chaos and darkness and horrible fucking shit that goes on. But you know what? There's also beauty. There's always a duality. And something that I've been asking myself every day since I've seen this person on TikTok post about it. And she said, she asks herself every day, how am I rich in life today? How am I rich in life? And I think it's a better reframe of, oh, what am I grateful for today? How are you rich in life? Not just materially, but really think about it. You can be rich in the fact that, oh my goodness, I was able to put gas in the tank today. Or, oh my goodness, I'm rich in life because I have friends that surround me and support me. Oh my gosh, I'm rich in life because my parents are both still alive and I get to spend a Friday night evening dinner with them. That enriches my life, fulfills it so deeply. You know, so I don't know what else I was gonna say with all this, but please know that you are needed on this earth. If you telling younger Esther 10, 11 years ago that she was needed on this earth and she had a purpose, she would not believe you. I didn't want to. And here we are, 11 years later, and I finally remembered who the fuck I am. And yes, it was a long time coming, but it was all part of the journey of learning to become who I am today, remembering who I am today. And I just really encourage you to, if you felt something while hearing this message, know there's some inkling in you that needs to be remembered, that needs to be rediscovered again, that needs to be heard, that needs to be felt again. Let yourself feel joy. Let yourself be fucking messy. Like, make mistakes. Go on a detour. Honestly, it is all part of the process of becoming who you are, of learning. You cannot become who you are without all the fucking failures, with all the fucking mess, without imperfection. Perfection is literally the stupidest word, I think, out there. As a chronicle previous people pleaser and perfectionist, like, there is really no perfect. There isn't. Leave it all out on the fucking table. You have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. If you have hit rock bottom, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Let that shit go. Let that shit go. You were made for more. That's all I have to say.